Give y'all a little time to get up in here. Things are so different on these Androids. Let's see. What's going on with it? Vegas love, you already know, man. Blessings to the 702. What y'all got going on? Oh, man, just some mo and some mo. What's going on with you? Peace and blessings, bro. Give y'all a little minute to get up in here. Then once y'all get up in here, I'll invite somebody. Oh, man, blessings to Denver. Blessings to everybody in Denver. Denver cool as hell. Sin is a pimp greater than a Mac game-wise, or they one and the same. The pimping is the highest that you can go, in my opinion. Now watch this. When it comes to the difference of basically, the pimp and the Mac titles, let me just say this to you. This is just my opinion. My perspective does not speak for every representative in the game. But let me just say this. When the title Mac is brought up, what you have to understand is when you travel, hey, Steve, love, cuz, when you do traveling and you travel to different locations, you will find out that everybody got a different definition and vision of what they see that a Mac is. Everybody got a different definition. If you go to the Midwest, Chicago, and you talk to Legendary P's, what's going on, Choice? If you talk to Legendary P's in the Midwest, pretty much they going to tell you that a Mac is somebody basically that's a jack of all trades. They going to tell you that's a guy that sell drugs. He get distribution from prostitution. He got other things basically, in different lanes as well. That's what the Midwest P is going to tell you. Now, if you talk to some Legendary P's in Memphis, they going to tell you that it's a difference between MAC and MACK. They going to tell you that, the Mac is another higher echelon of the pimping. Meaning that basically that, you didn't reach a whole nother dimension, as far as your game is concerned. You got, corporate businesses. You're not just presiding over women, in the lifestyle. Meaning that you got businesses that's, generating some income. You a master. You have graduated to the level of becoming a master in the game. And that's what they consider a Mac to do. When you go to more on the West Coast, the West Coast is going to vary. You might have certain representatives that might tell you that a Mac is somebody who's a hustler. Then you might talk to another individual in the Bay Area or certain southern parts in Cali, and they might tell you that a Mac, hello, baby, hey, blessings to all the ladies. You might speak to one of them, and they might tell you that a Mac, is just like what I said with, the definition that Memphis gave as far as like, being a master of the game, presiding over more than just women. So each location got a different definition of what they see a Mac to be. All locations are producing different representation to have their own vision and definition of what they consider a Mac to be. But I just say this, in my honest opinion, I believe that it's always some more of it. I don't believe that you just reach a level in the game and that's just it. Certain pimps, they think that just because you had 500,000 or you had $1 million or you had $2 million and you had 5 of the baddest bras in the game and you had a nice house, you had a nice mansion, a few cars that you pretty much basically have reached the highest that you can go. And I disagree with that. And if that's their definition of what they consider the highest to go in the game, that's a very small definition. But it's always some more of it. In my honest opinion, I'm not going to say it ain't no masters of the game. I just say that I wouldn't even use that title, because even the master still got, the so-called master still got some things to learn. All of them have things to learn. Nobody is great in totality. No man is pretty much confident in all areas. Like, you might have an individual who's confident as far as speaking to broads. He a mouthpiece pimp. You know what I mean? He's got a charismatic and magnetic personality, mouthpiece out of this world, really anointed to speak the game, right? But then he in other areas, he's not so much confident. He's on drugs, you know what I mean? He's messing around with, you know what I mean, syrup, or, you know what I mean, things like that. You know, he might say one thing out of his mouth, but he's not really confident that he can leave it alone. You know what I mean? So just in totality, I would have to say no. Even me, I have frailties. I have iniquities. I have areas where I need to be perfected in. And that's why the young people in the game gravitate to me more than pretty much anybody else, is because I don't just reveal the A's on my report card, I reveal the F's. So really a person can't give you a revelation about me. They can only give you a confirmation of the information that I've already conveyed to you. But as far as Mac and Pimp, everybody gonna have different opinions of what they consider a Mac and a Pimp to be. Different locations gonna give you different definitions. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I respect the Macs. But in my honest opinion, the pimping is where it's at, not the Macking. You know what I mean? And honestly, I wouldn't want to even use that title, because you got so many GDs, BDs, Crips, and Bloods. You know what I mean? People just this with the Mac title. K-Mac, C-Mac, B-Mac. So, you know, to each his own. Different locations, different definitions. Let me see. That stay available too was 100% hope the game continues to bless you, saying thank you. Oh, the homie wanted to go live. Let me invite him, because I know he wanted to ask me some questions. Blessings, man. I see you, Charming. Where you at with it, bro? Hello? Can you hear me, family?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Man, I had some good questions I wanted to hold on, let me go downstairs in the house real quick. Had some good questions I was thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Just reading the word of God. And you know, I know you're very versed in it. First I want to ask you, I know you always talk about is it a clear cut no pimp or pimp? Because when you talk about, you always give examples of in every form of life. And I was when I wrote down on my question, it was saying that just example of in the NBA. In the NBA, you have players that have been in the NBA for 10 years, but they never been an all-star. Then you have some players that have been all-stars. Then you have super all-stars. So in the pimp game, you know, not I'm finna put you on a pedestal, but you is an anomaly. We just gonna say that. Let's just be factual. And, you know, everybody ain't gonna say it because pride ain't gonna let men say it. But you are an anomaly. No, it's facts.
Yeah.
You are an anomaly to certain situations. So I want to ask you, say if a man had 10 years straight lace, and he had 3 years a little bit of compromise, because he's still human. If you pinch him, he's still human. In another form, that man still may be in the Hall of Fame, because he had 10 years of going to the Pro Bowl or going to the NBA All-Star game. But he may have three NBA bad seasons. So in the pimp game, does it just change if he had 3 years of compromise? Because maybe he got in a situation where he was, you know, he had the people watching him, so you know he couldn't be stumped down how he really wanted to, and the people around him, they knew that, so he had to kind of give and take a little bit. What you say?
Okay, well, first of all, number one, I'm not the I'm not the game god, and in my opinion, there ain't even no such thing as a game god. But if it was, I certainly wouldn't be it. I would say, as a human being, that no man knows another man's circumstance and totality until he tell you. So, everybody can pretty much pass judgment on the next man until they in that man's circumstance, and they have to make a decision in that man's circumstance. But what I will say is, I hate that word. And anybody that's really certified, anybody that's really wrapped up and tied up and entangled up in the spirit of pimping really hate the word compromisation.
Yes,
compromise. because
we call it where we from.
Yeah, you have to disrespect your manhood in order for everything to be all good. You got to give up your balls to ball. and just to keep it 100, it's not just a pimp thing. So many people give too much importance to just the pimping and not the manhood as a man. And to compromise with a woman just so I could be able to maintain. I ain't gonna lie, and everybody know, and anybody that know me know that I'm not lying. I'm one of my strongholds and weaknesses at the same time is that I'm a very egotistical, arrogant man at times.
You always admitted that numerous times. You always admit that.
Yeah, and I can't. And me personally, I'm not gonna allow no woman to think that she got me by the balls, that I have to dance by her, the beat of her drum and all of that shit. So, maybe for the next man, but I'm just saying for myself, I wouldn't even consider myself to be a pimp if I've compromised, for one day, let alone 3 years.
You just saying speaking for you. Okay, I take that.
Yeah, my perspective don't speak for all representatives in the game.
Your opinion ain't got no demeanor.
No demeanor,
But you'll be like, why? Don't do that. You know that, man.
But as far as I'm concerned, 3 years, like, man, if I'm compromising if I'm compromising 3 years, I don't even got a post. Like I'm not alive. I'm not compromising with a bitch for 1 second. So
I got a post. All right, okay, next question, man. Man, it's crazy, man. Okay, we finna go scriptorial right here. You said a lot of times, I don't agree with it in totality when I'm saying it, because I don't want you to think I was raised by my grandfather, my grandfather, I was raised by my grandparents, but my granddaddy was the foundation of my life, you know what I'm saying? And he really always taught about a man, stand on your principle. He always, main thing, one of the first things I can remember always teaching me, no difference between you and the president. He put his pants leg on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm talking about, I literally heard this since I was 5 years old. Yeah, I remember.
Good Southern teacher.
Now, he was in South Carolina, but we was raised, I'm for a lot of them, raised. So, I know you say that a man, as I study, and this song, maybe I'm on my theologian vibe, you say a man wouldn't. Do you believe a man is supposed to take care of a woman? And I'm going to tell you why. Partly I think so, and I can tell you why in the Bible I think so. First, let me explain why I think so. Partly. But in today's time, it changed. Because if you look, when God came in the garden, he gave curses unto them. He cursed man that you're going to scorn the ground, the thistles, you're going to work for everything you get. That wasn't woman cursed. So, and then she was first put here to be a helpmate. And that wasn't her curse to work. When we got cursed, that's in Genesis, I think the 4th or 5th chapter, we got cursed. We got cursed to work. They didn't get cursed to work. So that's why I think it's in a woman's nature to look for us to give stability. Am I right? Am I here? Talk to me.
I will say this to you. I believe that a man is a provider.
Facts.
Okay.
But not just more. I know you.
But let me explain. And when that provider word is used, a lot of people misconstrue that with me working 2 to 3 jobs to take care of a woman just because we professing to be in a relationship with one another. When I say that a man is a provider, I'm talking beyond green papers with dead
yes,
hypocrites
sir.
on it.
Totality, everything. I know. Yes, sir.
And I want to also go on to say that a pimp is a man.
First, I know. I know the teachers.
Yeah. So let me put this in here. A pimp is providing that woman with uncommon information, providing that woman, inspiration. He's providing woman, with exhortation every day. And many women before the lifestyle of pimping and whoring, they was working some 9 to 5 and giving all their youth to Uncle Sam. So, the pimping brought enlightenment. The pimping was the one that sat up there and took them from basically wasting 30 years of their life or 40 years of their life just to have $250,000 or $300 and all that bullshit. The pimping was the one that sit up there and open their eyes when they couldn't see. So the pimping provide vision because you couldn't even see this game. You know what I mean? The pimping, when she feeling down and out and discouraged, the pimping provides encouragement. You know what I mean? That which she been taught by society and religiosity that she got misunderstandings in, the pimping give her outstanding understanding.
I don't think that's for everybody. Speak for sin. I don't think everybody versed to do that.
Hold on. Let me say this. I said a pimp. I didn't say a guy that professes to be a pimp.
Okay.
I said a true pimp. Now, when a person said that they're a pimp, you cannot be a guy that is ignorant and you just some damn fool. I'm not talking about these guys that on the internet that they think that's a pimp. I'm not talking about the guy that, just got a nice car and he got chains and rings and he just count money every day, but he can't spell his name on the smartphone by the grace of God. I'm not talking about that little nigga. I'm talking about an actual pimp, a Renaissance man, a man whose mind is the museum of game, okay? Because, all of these guys that they think that's pimp, a lot of these guys are idiots. They're not pimps. And the public, they put ignorant guys like that on television so the society and people in religiosity can categorize the pimping as to be idiots, to be fools. You know what I mean? But to go back to what we were talking about, hey man, check this out. A pimp is a provider. A pimp does take care of his woman.
Okay.
A pimp take care of his women. A pimp presides over his women. He does that. I don't see how a pimp, ain't taking care of his woman because in all reality, prostitution existed before the lifestyle of pimping and whoring.
Yeah,
if we're gonna be honest.
I seen that scripture.
You went to the book of Genesis. Yeah. You went to the book of Genesis, so if the lifestyle of pimping and whoring stop existing, guess what? Prostitution still will be going on. You know what I mean? Prostitution is omnipresent. So, without a pimp presiding over that woman, there is no protection. There is no guidance. There is no safety. There is no enlightenment. A pimp provides all of that. So, yes, a pimp is a provider, brother.
Okay, so because I kind of hit a little bit when I was saying that was man cursed and not woman? Man and woman altogether, mankind was cursed according to, if you're just going to go by what you read, then according to what you read, then that means that all of us, mankind was cursed. See, and I say that to say this. When you read in the Word, if you go to the 5th chapter of the book of Genesis and the 2nd verse, it says, he called them Adam, meaning that the woman's name was Adam before sin entered into the Garden of Eden. Her name didn't become Eve until after sin was in the garden. They didn't know that they was naked until sin came in the garden. They didn't know, the difference between right and wrong and darkness and righteousness until sin. Sin gave them enlightenment. Sin opened up their eyes. Before then, they were perfect. Wasn't no such thing as prayer. The same way I'm talking to you, that's the same way that
Adam was able to communicate with Yah. So, yeah, the same way I'm talking to you, that's the same way Adam was able to talk to God whenever he felt like it. Just like whenever you want to talk to me, you could call me or whatever. That's the same way Adam had it with God. So watch this. When sin changed the whole world, which is a lot of people.
We still
waiting
on that. We still waiting on that video. You promised us that, but we still waiting on you. You went a little bit in the video, but you ain't go in.
I'm gonna give clarity. Give clarity. A lot of good videos I wish I would have kept into the channel had got bigger, but I probably won't reveal that to like 50,000 subscribers or 100,000 or something like that.
But brother, I got one more question because I don't want to be greedy and hold you up for everybody because I got a lot of things to ask you rather than just getting in here thinking how my thoughts kind of written out. Okay, last thing, and it doesn't make sense to me. If everybody try to discredit you that so-called hating in the games, well, it's facts that you have brought new enlightenment, a whole new to the game. And if they're saying you fraudulent, what is that saying about the game? If they saying somebody who is not real come in and look, what is that saying about y'all? If you're saying someone that is fraudulent come in the game and get more everything, more acknowledgement than all y'all who been here. That'll make nobody don't believe in the game because if y'all saying somebody could just read something, y'all just saying, oh, he just this, he just a church boy, he just this, he just that, and he just came in, now he got all this. What they say about y'all? You've been doing this 20 years, you doing this 30 years, and you a vet, you so called this, but nothing you say, I ain't really, bro. Nothing you saying. Only thing you could teach me is about the streets. Bro, I was born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm born in the cocaine capital of the world. I grew up around Haitians, Jamaicans. You can't teach me none of that. I seen that my whole life, but stuff sin gave me, stuff I heard in church, stuff I learned in it's just, you know what I'm saying? So logically, I was saying, even if I felt that way about you, the height, I keep that myself. Because I know the bigger picture is he going to make us look big in the end. And I'm going to get a little bit of the love that he get. So even if I didn't like you, Sin, I wouldn't speak on you because of what you're doing, the bigger picture. See, I want to think for the moment. Like I always say, are you in it for the moment or you in it for the journey?
Right.
So,
well,
go ahead.
I'll just say this. What you have to understand is our culture, what I'm going through and what others, that's nothing new. When you look at our people, if there's an individual that starts receiving any type of acknowledgement, fame, attention, you can have other brothers who have more wealth. They can have more going on as far as more materialistic, and they will be ready to sit up there and cuss God out because another individual is getting more popularity than them. So I said all that to say this. As far as all of them other guys, when you listen to them, because I've actually listened to a lot of them guys, and that's not game. That's not any profound information. That's not something that's going to provoke you to start reading or start studying or doing something to build yourself up. That's just another ignorant ass nigga just talking. And what people have to understand is there's a difference between a pimp that's pimping for the money and a guy who doesn't pimp for the money, but he lives off the earnings of prostitution simply because that prostitute likes him. Yeah. And women will pay who they like. So don't ever get it confused. Don't get it confused just because a guy got 2 or 3, 4 girlfriends that prostitute for him. Because there's a whole lot of boyfriend and girlfriend, shit going on. Or baby mama, baby daddy shit going on. So, don't get it confused just because his baby mama stripper, got him a chain or a ring or gave him a certain amount of money or things like that. That don't mean that boy a pimp. That just means that he got a woman that like him. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But as far as all them little guys that, be saying all that. I don't pay that no mind, man. That I was dealing with that in church. I was dealing with that when I was a young minister. When I was a young minister, it was guys that was in their 30s and stealing my messages and trying to preach like me and things like that. I've been going through jealousy all my life. So, all that in the pimp game, that ain't no different than what I was going through, in church or in the streets or anything else. If you've been blessed with a gift that others don't have, they going to hate you just because they can't do what you're able to do. That's all that is, man. And I stay away from the niggas.
Man, and I'm going to leave on this note, man. I go back and watch some of your videos, man. All you did is edify them, man. I told you a long time ago, I'm going to tell you the night it was the Warriors playing the Pelicans game 1. I told you, like you all said, we ain't going to mention the name and give no encouragement, because that leads to development, as Freeze would say. I told you, I said, Sin, I never believed you when you was talking about that person. I never did. Nothing was magnetism by him. He just did Sin. I told you that. I said, Sin, I always felt you was reaching on him. I always
Okay. Well, let me say this to you, okay? And I want y'all to understand this good. If you my dude, okay, you my nigga, my brother, and I'm fucking with you, ain't no way in the world I'm going to let you be without. Whatever I have is yours, okay? These niggas is different. If a bitch blow up or if I fire a bitch, I'm calling one of my P partners to offer the bride to him. Why? Because I believe in keeping these hoes in the game, number one. And then number two, which is still number one, I'm going to look out for the pimping. And before I sit up there and look out for him, I'm going to look out for my niggas that's pimps. So, of course, if I got a platform and I can put you on and some little cute ass, little regular, little square broad, or some little stripper, or some broad that thinks she a hoe but just a square ass prostitute, if she see you talking some good shit, like the information that you give her within the conversation that we having, and she decide to have a reunion with Western Union later on, hey, man, you know what I mean? I just want to be a blessing to the game. So, if we cool at that time, we on one accord, I'm going to jug you. I'm going to give you hoes. I'm going to bail you out. If you getting jumped, we fighting. Like, that's just the type of nigga I am.
20 shacks. How you all say 20 kilos?
If it's 20 shacks out, if it's 20 shacks outside and they jumping on my nigga, that's just like if I said 20 shacks outside, they beating up Freeze. Then I got to sit up there and get beat up. Reality is I'm about to get beat up. Because y'all not about to be beating on my nigga like this. You know what I mean? That's just real nigga shit.
And another thing,
go ahead.
When you and the other individual was doing a live together, one after you came in there, another dude came on there, and he came on there kind of disrespectful. And people forgot when you roasted the hell out of that. That was the first time you called him a deadbeat mom. Remember that? Bro? I think it was like a Saturday night. Man, so I'm like, these niggas forgetful, and I ain't taking your side, bro. I'm not dick ride. I'm not taking your side.
No.
I got so much proof. Like, y'all forgot. We didn't know nothing about none of y'all. Not saying other dude was very reputable, but we didn't know about him. The regular people did not know about him until you. And I'm gonna tell you one more post. And I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna what's called. You said it was another video. You was like, hey, what's called? Turn down on what you saying, because what you saying is the definition of employee. Come on, man, you forgot all that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going.
They really did. But to be honest with you, when you taking care of people, when you being a blessing to people, they love you. When they do something foul and you call them out on their foul shit, now they hate you and they have to lie on you so they can keep their image and reputation up to the public. That's all that is.
All right, brother. But, man, hey, I appreciate you taking our time for you, brother. You know, man, I'm going to call you on later, man. I'm going to text y'all. I got to set up a consultation, man. We really got to get into it. I got some more questions, and I need some more,
some clarity.
On a lot of stuff.
I got you.
Man, I appreciate you, though, brother.
I got you, bro. One.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see my nigga Prince Charming, man. Let me add Charming on here, man. Send it to see what's up. Hey, baby. They still foul on the court. I don't even want to speak about them guys. Blessing to all of them. We moving on. What's going on, man?
Can you hear me?
What's going on? Yeah, I can hear you now, Pete. What's going on?
Shit on this razor right now. Slide through, finna get dressed. What you got going?
Oh man, I'm just sitting over here talking shit. But because you on your way to work, I'm gonna talk to you at another time. You know I don't want none of it. You know what I mean? You know how I am about my brothers, man, especially you. So just get at me later.
Yeah. For sure, bro. I'm gonna call you.
Please, on the 773.
All right, for sure, big bro.
All right, one. Yeah, when they on their way to the job, about a job, I don't allow them to speak on the internet because I don't want nothing being said or done that's incriminating on the live whatsoever. You know what I mean? They'll never be able to say that a nigga went to jail or prison for Simple to P's videos. I don't even make provisions for that to even transpire. So as far as my young niggas, any young pimp, I always be watchful of what we talking about. We can talk about basketball, business, all of that. But as far as the young P's getting on and popping it, no, man. You know what I mean? I let them pop it every now and then in the comment section. But if they say they on their way to work or they by work, no, we don't need to be talking. Now, as far as all the older niggas that's pretty much retired, you know what I mean? Yeah, I could talk to them because every now and then they'll get a charge, a break-in or something like that, but they not really active. They not really out here like that. They not in harm's way. To the youth, to you guys that's thinking about, doing a documentary or something like that, to the youth, man, don't do it, man. You know what I mean? Just leave it alone, man. When you young and active and really out here, you know what I mean? Like, but seeing you done a lot of stupid shit. Yeah, I understand that and got away with it. And the reason why I got away with it because God is in love with me. I didn't get away with it because I'm so smart and I got so much game. I got in love with it because God is in love with my dumb ass. And God might not be in love with you the way he's in love with me. Yeah, as the scripture says, he's merciful to whomever he want to be merciful to. Just because the Most High was merciful to me, that don't mean he going to be merciful to you. So don't try this at home, kids. You know what I mean? So the things that I've done on the internet, the things that I've done in the streets that you know about, you know what I mean? Just because I got away with a situation, or a case that was facing life sentences or this or this, that don't mean that you going to get in the same situation and do that and God going to be merciful to you. That don't mean that. You might not come out with the same results. There's an appointed time. Yeah. If I had this just okay, who want to go live with me? Hey, baby, I see you coming here with your hand. Hold on. Who want to go live with me? Yes, I speak very highly of Elder Mosley. Elder Mosley at the Way of Holiness Mission on 1041 South Halsted, he is one of the main reasons why I'm so knowledgeable the way I am now. Of course, Andre Taylor and a few people in the game, but when you hear me speak about, have my historical and biblical conversations, a lot of my knowledge comes from Elder Donald Mosley. A lot of my knowledge comes from Bishop R.L. Mitchell. A lot of my knowledge comes from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. A lot of my knowledge comes from the Honorable Khalid Muhammad. A lot of my knowledge comes from Malcolm X. You know what I mean? If you want to be great, you study great men. You know what I mean? You study Marcus Garvey. You know what I mean? You sit up there and you study people like Paul Lawrence Dunbar. You study Harold Washington. You study these people. This is people that you say, you know what, I want to be like this. And even the people that's in the drug game or was gangsters and things like that, you're going to learn from their wise words or you're going to learn from them being a proverb on what not to do. But you're going to learn, though. So even though I was on the other side, I can learn from Larry Hoover. If he was alive right now and speaking to me, I would listen to King David Barksdale. I would listen to Mickey Caldwell. You know what I mean? I'm going to listen to them. You know what I mean? I'm going to listen to Willie Lloyd. I'm going to listen to him. I'm not going to say, oh, man, you was on this side or woo. Man, they got some game. All right, I'm inviting you now. Chase the game, man. Once you get the game, you could do anything that you want. You enabled now. What's happening, man? Oh, man, just some more and some more of it, man. What's happening with you?
Ain't shit, man. Chilling right now. You know what I mean? At the crib, relaxing.
Yeah.
I got a little question. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
Got a situation, right, where you know what I mean, one of the students got in their emotions and went to work, got drunk. You feel me? And after she got drunk, she came off from work, went to my crib, thinking I was there, had one of my other students there, and she, you know what I mean, got into like breaking windows, you know what I mean, banging on the doors. Police got involved because the new situation is paranoid, scared, don't know what to do. You feel me? So I'm in the crossfire where I feel like the old student, you know what I mean? She coming on 2 years, supposed to be like 2 years the motherfucker been down, you know what I mean? So I'm feeling like the bitch just trying to run off motherfuckers, and I feel like really the bitch is possessed by a demon. You feel me? For real, man. I feel like, you know what I mean? The alcohol brings in certain spirits in people, and sometimes they don't know how to control these emotions and these spirits.
Right.
And I feel like these things have happened before, but not to the level where it started affecting home, where she's willing to destroy what we built. She willing to destroy her life and mine with hers.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm feeling in my mind, I know what I want to do, but I feel like, you know what? Let me ask Sim, because he might think from outside looking in with a clear conscience. In my mind, I want to dispose of the situation because I feel like, you know, it's been 2 years and you doing this type of clown shit. We done came too far for you to be jeopardizing what I built for just over petty bullshit.
Right.
You feel me? And usually I don't hit women. I usually give them a fine. If you violate something that I feel is out of pocket, I give you like a $10,000, $20,000 fine, and we can get back in good grace. But this situation, I feel like a fine might not do. I feel like, man, what's gonna be next? Is she gonna light a gas and burn down the house?
Well, I'm gonna say this to you. First of all, number one, let me always say that, of course, you got the best vision because it's your situation. But me personally, in the year of 2018, with the way that they are going so hard, you know, on us, you know, when situations occur, brother, I'm not even going to allow, you know, because first of all, number one, if you listen to what you just said, before the police incident transpired, other incidents transpired prior to that. It just wasn't as big as that. So now that it's as big as that, now it's like, you know, man, I don't know, man, you know, this thing got too big. But reality is, you know, the game was already showing you that, you know, man, this ain't cool. And I'm going to just say this, man, not just to you, because even though the game is using you right now to ask a question about your situation, but it's younger P's that's still in need of the information that's being conveyed right now. I just say this. When the game deals with you to leave a person alone the first time, you know what I mean? The first time. Because I'm not giving you no revelation. I'm just giving you confirmation to the information that's already in your head. The game already told you what to do. The game just using me to confirm what's already in your infinite mind what to do. She not that. Hey, listen, check this out. I love all of them. I love every woman that I done had. You know, contrary to popular belief, that, you know, we don't care about them and all of that. Hey, man, I love all of them. Now, my definition of love might not be on one accord with what y'all think is love, but I say this, though. As far as, you know, putting any of them above me, above my freedom, I don't love nobody like that. So, you know, my name is sinful. It's not heartful. So I'm going to make wise decisions concerning my freedom. I don't want to lose my liberty in society just because I kept the bride, you know, and no, especially if you, to all my young, fly, handsome peas, you ain't got to take that shit. You get to do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? You can replace a bitch just like that. You know what I mean? If you know that you young and fly and your catch hand is just like that, it's a blessing for you to even be in this bitch life. She's in need of you. So it's like, you know, this is what you can do. Now, I gave you that, but I could also give you this as well. Because other P's might sit up there and be like, but hold on, P, you know, we on the outside looking in, so, okay, check this out, though. Some P's might sit up there and tell you, man, just, you know, put that bra far distance. You know what I mean? Let that bitch go to a whole nother state, or let that bitch go to another country. You know what I mean? And still take care of your business, but far from you. Have that bitch shooting threes, long distance, man, for the rest of the way. And if she blow up, you know what I mean, because she, you know, wanted to be around you or couldn't handle it no more, at least a pimp still checked it and kept on checking it until it couldn't be checked no more. You know what I mean? So I checked it about you until basically it couldn't be checked no more. You could do it like that, but me personally, no. In them type of situations, it's not a currency thing. It's a liberty and society thing. It's me not eating top ramen soups in a jail cell over a bitch's emotions. And, you know, that I didn't have alcoholics before, bro. And I'm just speaking from experience. You know, a lot of them bras be having chemical imbalance and shit. Then a lot of them don't even know that they mix with Indian in their family. And not to disrespect anybody if you are mixed with, you know, got Indian in you. But I will say that for them Indians and alcohol don't mix. And it's a lot of brides that really don't know their heritage. They really don't know that they got certain medical problems. So, you know, when they put in that alcoholism, it manifests as a certain demon and spirits that they're not even aware of. So, you know, I'm going to use my knowledge and wisdom and get away from somebody that want to indulge in alcoholism, because this is going to lead me to a correctional facility, you know what I mean? And if I could avoid that, I'm going to avoid that. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I feel the same way, man, because, you know, I ain't new to this, man, so I know automatic, man, you know what I mean? A situation occur like that, you know, you got to keep that person away from you. And I'm not holding on coins. I'm holding on some real shit. You dig what I'm saying? I'm on a whole different level with this shit. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't new to this shit at all. So it's like I got too much to lose. I can't have no people in my business about no domestic or no broken windows. I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? Niggas is right here living real good out this motherfucker. You dig?
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, I had a situation which some people are aware of. They don't know the ins and outs of the situation, so of course people are on the outside looking in. But check this out, right? I had a little bride from Australia. You know what I'm saying? That I had pretty much turned, you know, and it was a student that I was presiding over. Her numbers wasn't the same like it used to be. So in the spirit of depression, because she looking at other students, she comparing herself to this situation and that situation instead of basically thinking about herself. Because any woman that's ever been with Sinful to P, she knows that I've never done that. Some P's, they do that. I've never sit up there and compared another bitch stats to this bitch stats to that bitch stats. I've never done that. I don't even play them type of games. You know what I mean, bitch? I'm not gonna compare you to nobody. I'm just gonna speak in the language of simplicity and let you know that, bitch, you fucking up. So, okay, the bitch knew she was fucking up. She's then got drunk, you know what I mean, with a client, and she's just yelling and screaming all over the phone, and you know what I mean? So I sit up there and rebuke the bitch, you know what I mean, verbally. And she sit up there and had the nerve, the audacity to say, you know, see, you always, that's why I'm scared to come back, because you always bitching. And anybody that know me, I don't play like that. I don't play like that with these niggas. And I don't play with these bitches that look like niggas. And I don't play with these bitches that think they are niggas. So when the bitch said that, she already knew that it was gonna be rebuking service. You know what I mean? Anytime that she seen me, but I started thinking about it. I said, man, I live in Scottsdale. This environment that I'm in ain't cool. It's me and another black guy here. We the only two black guys within the community. So if I was to even do that, which I shouldn't, but if I was to sit up there and rebuke the bitch, the probability of me going to jail is very high. And she's not even worth all of this. I just started thinking about certain things. I was like, she not worth all this. So what really happened was when the bitch came, I had the TV loud as hell. I didn't want to talk to the bitch. I let her, you know what I mean, go and get your things and get the hell on. So, of course, now she trying to call me by my government name to get me out of character and get my attention. Philip, you don't hear me talking to you? Philip, you don't hear me talking to you? Yeah, that type of shit, right? So I'm in the room, that type of shit. So she had already talked to my partner's bitch, which I ain't gonna say his name, but my partner's bitch at the time, she was on some police shit. She said, bitch, I don't know if they told you, but sin don't play. And real pimps don't play, first of all, anyway. But sin really don't play. So if you don't call me back at a certain amount of time, I'm going to call the police. So the bitch calls the police show up, and that's what basically transpired. But guess what? That's still my fault. Why? Because that could have been avoided. I could have easily had another student take whatever things that she had, you know what I mean, and took it over to somewhere else, and we didn't have to see each other. You know what I mean? But I wanted to be arrogant. I wanted to disdain the bitch, ignore her, and, you know what I mean, and not go back and forth and have her hollering and, you know, me just ignoring it. Because while she was talking to me, I'm looking at TV. But I ended up going to jail that night, and I didn't have to. But that's my fault because I put myself in that situation. The game was already dealing with me to just cut ties and just leave the bitch alone. Right. So, of course, when I get out of jail, she want to come back, but anybody know me. I don't know. Everybody's different. But, you know, if a bitch put you in jail, she's not your bitch. And if a bitch put your enemy in the jail, she shouldn't be your bitch. Right. You know what I mean? So, you know, just keeping it real, I couldn't break on the bitch no more. I couldn't even fuck with her. So I had P's calling me around, cross country. Come on, P. She a fresh turnout. She from Australia. Man, you be shitting on your blessings, P. You an arrogant motherfucker, man. God damn, P. She from Australia, man. I tried to get at the bitch. She wouldn't give me no action. I was like, yeah, but see, if I tell you that she got the police involved and you seen what the situation evolved to, why did you even give her action? See, that's what I mean. Let me rewind things for the P's that's hearing this. My perspective is not every representative's perspective, but it should be. I'm going to just say this. If you snitched on my enemy, if you a bitch that snitched on my enemy, I don't want no dealings with you. And this could be my enemy, but you snitched even on my enemy. I don't want no dealings with you. If you called the police on my enemy, I don't want no dealings with you. And that's my enemy. So, you know, everybody got different standards. But me personally,
that's how I played. I played the same way, man. And when you do something, I play for keeps. It's final with me. It ain't no doubling back. But let me ask you this other question, though.
Go ahead.
Now, the new student, you know, she called the police. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking she called the police because, you know, she don't know this chick. I never introduced him. She know I got different situations, but I never introduced him due to the fact that I don't need the new chick to be, you know, insecure or feeling some type of way about a new, you feel what I'm saying? So I just don't really introduce people that don't need to be introduced. I try to figure out the new student first before I introduce her to the family. You dig what I'm saying? I figure her out first, make sure she's solid, she locked in, and everything is smooth and secure. But she called the police. Now, I told her, you know, that was the wrong move, but I understand the situation because she just seen some random chick break windows and move in a certain type of way. She don't know if the chick is going to come in the house. She don't know what's going on. So now, do you feel like that's justifiable, or she should have just dealt with, if the bitch came in the house, she should have just dealt with it?
Well, first of all, before I speak, because I like to always give an answer that's accordingly. See, when you first started speaking, that's why I did my headphones like this, because I couldn't hear you. So just rewind like the beginning of the conversation. I got all the last part, but the beginning.
Okay. See, basically this. I don't introduce new students to old students.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Right, because of the situation. You got to make sure that they locked in. Now,
right.
I feel like she called the police due to the fact that she didn't know who was banging on the door and who was breaking windows. She knew it was a female, but she don't know who this female is. You dig? So,
right.
I feel like, was that justifiable, or she should have just dealt with the bitch breaking in the house and doing whatever the fuck she wanted to do?
I'm going to say this to you, okay? I'm going to answer you, but I'm not going to answer you. I'm going to answer you, but I'm not going to answer you. It's like this. It was a P in Chicago who was very known. Okay, his name really don't even get brought up like that, but on some money shit, you can't even talk about having money in the game without mentioning this certain P that was really having it his way in Chicago. He was checking it, man. Not gonna mention them other P's, but as far as on the money level, they wasn't checking it the way he was checking it. This is facts. Man lived on Lakeshore Drive. And one time this man stayed 3 houses down from motherfucking Oprah. Okay? So this lets you know that he was really pimping. Okay? Okay, it's one situation. He had this bride who was a known thief in the game. That, was go ahead.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Was there somebody calling you? Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not even answering that.
Yeah. So she was a known thief in the game. So one particular date, she sit up there and go with one client, and this particular what happened, of course, on dates. But she get into with this client, and I guess they feel the wrong dude or whatever, ends up killing her.